Monza Autodrome, the most historic, in fact the oldest motor racing circuit in the world, and René Arnoux has been fastest again in practice. And there in the Saudia Leyland Tag Williams is the man who depends so much on doing well in this race, hopefully to keep his lead in the World Championship. Reutemann's not getting any younger. He's driven in more Grand Prix than anyone else in this race. Here, however, is somebody who is right at the beginning of his Grand Prix career, Alain Prost, third fastest in his turbocharged Renault. Go! And it's a beautiful start. Prost and Arnoux away as one, and Arnoux tucks into the slipstream of Alain Prost, and he's through up to the Rettificio, the left and right-hander. And Alain Prost is in the lead with Arnoux behind him, with Reutemann third, with Pironi fourth, with Laffite fifth, with Jones sixth, with Bruno Giacomelli in seventh place, Piquet eighth, Villeneuve ninth, and Reutemann is trying to take Arnoux, and he's done it. Reutemann up into second place as they go round the Curva Grande. So, as they come towards us, it's Prost leading, Reutemann second, and Pironi goes through and takes Arnoux and third position. The Ferrari up into third position. Down to fourth place goes Arnoux. Pironi right up alongside Reutemann. He's going to go through, and he does so, and you can hear the crowd roar in the background. The Italians are going wild with excitement because one of their idols, Pironi in the Ferrari, is up into second place. Now, can he do anything about the turbocharged Renault of Alain Prost as the Frenchman comes down the long straight from the Ascari bend and into the Parabolica at the end of lap one? Already Alain Prost, after a superb start, has got, look at the lead he's got as he completes the first lap. It's the Renault of Prost, then it's Pironi. Long, long way to go. But the turbocharged Renaults are proving themselves now not only to be beautifully handling cars, but beautifully fast cars as well. Pironi goes through in second position with Prost well on his way. Arnoux now in third position. René Arnoux right up behind Pironi. So Arnoux has got ahead of Reutemann. Is René Arnoux in third position going to be able to get past? And he's trying. René Arnoux is trying to get past Didier Pironi, and he's done it. We've got the familiar situation now of a turbocharged Renault leading, a turbocharged Renault in second place, and the Williams are not doing as well as we expected them to. Carlos Reutemann, where is he? Look for him. He's behind Jacques Laffite, so he's in fifth place. Gilles Villeneuve is still in sixth position. Bruno Giacomelli has moved up to seventh. Down to eighth has gone number one, world champion Alan Jones. And the crowd is not looking too happy. Yes, they are, because as Arnoux goes through, the battle for third continues now between Didier Pironi in the Ferrari. Jacques Laffite, and Laffite is through. Laffite is up into third position ahead of Pironi. And Villeneuve's blown his engine. Look at that, a great puff of smoke. That's had a flame at the back. And there'll be tears all around the circuit, almost literally. Somebody's off, and it's Slim Borgood on lap 10. And Jacques Laffite out. And look, he's got a puncture. His left rear tyre is punctured. And it's wet. I can see wet streaming up from the tyres. And did you see the way Arnoux's car wagged? Now, this is amazing, because on my side of the circuit, which is just here, I'm overlooking Prost, the leader, and Arnoux in second place as they go through and complete a lap. And Jones is through. Jones in the background has moved up into third position ahead of Carlos Reutemann as they exited the Parabolica. And off goes Daly. Derek Daly spins off. That shows you how difficult the circuit conditions are, because Derek Daly actually relishes driving in the wet. And he's had two more off, and one of them's a Renault. I can tell from the dark blue overalls that it is René Arnoux who was in second place. There's another car off. That was Alboreto. So that must be Cheever down there. It is. I just saw his red helmet. It's Eddie Cheever, who is stalled on the circuit, obviously trying to get his car going, and equally obviously failing to. And it's in a very, very dangerous situation, and Salazar is out of the race.
And now this is the battle for third position, and it is lap 16. Giacomelli challenging, and Giacomelli is taking the place. Bruno Giacomelli, the young Italian in the V12 new Alfa Romeo, then is up and right up to the head of that match.
Piquet and Tambay battling for fourth, and Tambay's got it, or has he? Into the Rettificio. Patrick Tambay in the blue helmet there, higher than he has been in a Grand Prix since he joined Talbot, in fourth place, about to lap number 4, Alboreto. And John Watson, there is John Watson behind Pironi and Piquet, and Piquet looks over his shoulder as if to say, you're not going to get through here, Didier, let's see if he does. And he has! So down to 6th position goes Piquet, up to 5th goes Pironi, and still in 7th, there is the red and white Marlborough, and he's lost it! That's John Watson! John Watson, a very nasty one. Alboreto goes round the side, and that's... And they're going through... That's a very nasty one indeed. Let us hope that John Watson... He is! What a miracle! John Watson climbs out of his car, a great flash of flame as the fuel lines rupture, and then another flash of flame as probably the collector pot, the petrol collector pot goes up. Look at the gearbox and the wheels and the suspension flying across the road, and they hit Alboreto. Tambay has disappeared, Piquet is up into 4th place, Pironi is up into 5th place. And into the pits comes Giacomelli. We're really having trouble in the Italian Grand Prix. New tyres are rolled forward and back into the points after dropping right down to 8th position comes Carlos Reutemann. And there's Piquet. And now Piquet has really pulled right away from Didier Pironi. I suspect that the tyres on the Ferrari are going off. That is to say that they've overheated, they are losing adhesion, making the car difficult to handle, and that means to say that Carlos Reutemann now is starting to close up on Pironi. And you will notice, next time you see, there it is, the Williams, it has no wing on the front of the nose, unlike every other car in the race. Now that calls for superhuman courage, it makes the car very difficult to handle, but it makes it faster down the straight. Is Nelson Piquet. Now, how far behind Piquet, who is 3rd, is Pironi, and what is much more important, how far behind Pironi? There is Pironi, and there is Reutemann. Now, Reutemann has caught Pironi. He's right with him, and Carlos Reutemann is now challenging for 4th place, and he's coming right up alongside the Frenchman in the Ferrari. And behind Reutemann is Mario Andretti. So 4th, 5th and 6th are very close together. This is the chance for Carlos Reutemann on braking to take Didier Pironi. He's going to do it. He's right up alongside him. And Carlos Reutemann is now up into 4th position. Can he do anything about the gap between himself and Nelson Piquet, who is 3rd? And already Carlos Reutemann is pulling away from Pironi. There's Andretti into the pits. Well, that's bad luck, because since Gérard Ducarouge, the brilliant French team manager, was fired by Ligier and joined Alfa Romeo, he has worked wonders with the Italian car, and with Alain Prost leading Alan Jones, both of them secure in their positions if they can keep going in 1st and 2nd places. Nelson Piquet there 3rd, but his 3rd place is starting to be challenged by that man, Carlos Reutemann. They finish in the positions that they're in now. Piquet will be leading the World Championship by 1 point only. And Reutemann has definitely got the chance to close right up on Piquet in the closing laps of the race. But whether or not, having caught him, and look at the gap now, he will be able to get past him is quite another thing. And Alain Prost goes through to start his last lap. In the Renault pits will be Jean Sage, the team manager, Gérard Larousse, the head man of the racing outfit, Marie-Claude Beaumont, and all the Renault mechanics waiting to greet Alain Prost home. So now, is Nelson Piquet going to be able to stave off Carlos Reutemann is the only real question left in the race. And there's somebody who's blown his engine, and it's Piquet! And that's Reutemann behind him. Piquet's blown his engine. Incredible. This is unbelievable. On the last lap, Nelson Piquet's blown his engine and Reutemann goes past him and takes third position. And Reutemann, in the process, is now leading the World Championship automatically. Well, here is Alain Prost winning. I almost missed him in the excitement. Alain Prost. And there go the Renault team bursting out onto the circuit. The salute from Alain Prost. A wonderful drive. And cruel, bitter luck for Nelson Piquet. He is touring off the circuit. Carlos Reutemann is now 3 points ahead of Piquet, with Jones and Prost tying for third position. Lafitte only 3 points behind in fifth position. And I reckon that any one of those 5 men could still win the World Championship with 2 races to go.